Growing up, I hated certain words and asked my parents not to say them. Not because of their meaning, but because of how they sounded. How certain syllables came together was abrasive to the point of feeling it physically. It was a thing I couldn't explain. Until 30 years later, I learned that this is misophonia. Despite misophonia being recognized in the medical psychiatric community, it is not classified as anything more than a phenomenon. Personally, it was discussed with me in therapy with my clinician who specializes in OCD. To those who deal with it, some sounds invoke feelings of rage, anger, and/or disgust. It's about having a disproportionate emotional or physical reaction to certain sounds that exist more like triggers than random noises that can be filtered out by acts like closing a door or a window. Misophonia is not about the decibel at which the noise is received. It doesn't matter. It's the type of sound that has a lot to do with other humans. Breathing, shuffling, sniffing, chewing, slurping, and so much more apart from mouth sounds and noises. I'm pretty sure this is also why I hate ASMR. To me, it's not relaxing, soothing, and it does not tickle my brain like I see a lot of people say. The produced whispers or sounds are vile to me and can be so terrible that I continue to hear them in absentia. So after clicking off or even muting the video. And if it's intense enough, just thinking about it can give me a similar reaction as if I had heard it. This may all sound very fake and hard to believe, the extremes of this disorder/not disorder, but it is very real and it's very affecting. And I really didn't understand its impact until my therapist pretty much validated my experience. Even though I've dealt with this my entire life, like hearing it from somebody who knows what they're talking about made a tremendous difference in even my self-acceptance of like, oh, wow, so I'm not like an outrageous asshole who just wants privacy and quiet all the time. Like there's actually a significant issue going on. Thanks, that makes me feel better. And although this may seem similar to general hearing sensitivity, that's hyperacusis. Since, unfortunately, I also have hyperacusis, I hypothesize that the number of things that can trigger my misophonia is amplified. Interestingly, current research looking into the why of misophonia is centered around the motor aspects of the trigger and not the noise itself, which honestly is really interesting and kind of explains why I have the same reaction if I watch someone act or mimic a sound as I do in actually hearing it. There's no fixing this. I've lived a long time with it, so I at least know a little bit about what will set it off much more than when I was in my youth, just feeling like I was being weird. And I'm currently in a couple therapies, one occupational therapy and just talk therapy with someone who is well-versed in acknowledging misophonia as a part of OCD and other developmental disorders. And so I have a lot more support now in helping me build regulation techniques so that it's not going to impact me as much as it may have in the past, but it's just something that I have to deal with. All right, thanks for watching. See you later.